Hey everyone, welcome to my little create world that I've just been playing in single player for fun. Not really making videos on it, just, I don't know, doing it in my free time. I don't know how long I'm going to be playing on this world, but I want to show you something that I made in this world that I thought was pretty cool actually. So this is my house. You may have seen I was working on building a second floor, but that's not quite done yet. But yeah, it's decently big, but also decently small at the same time. There's not too much in it, just a couple create things, storage area, enchantment table, and nether portal. And over here is the most important part, the thing that I'm going to be showing off pretty much right now. So we have the enchanting table. I don't have all the bookshelves filled out. I want to get all of these at some point, but I don't have the books for it yet. But we do have enough to do a level 30 enchant by now, so I'm just going to do that. Let's see what we get. Efficiency 4, I'm breaking 3. Okay, not bad. That's my first enchantment for this world. Just thought I'd save that for the video. But yeah, how do you get up to the second floor? That's a question that I've been trying to ask myself for a while. How am I going to do that? I could have an elevator going right down the middle, but it kind of closes off this room, which I don't really like. All of these walls just go straight to the outside. You can see we've got like a steam engine here, which I don't think is very efficient. I don't think I need to do a 3x3, but that's alright. And yeah, you can see the second floor will go up there, but it's not quite done yet. But I want us to work out how to get up there. And I came up with a pretty cool idea for that. So here we have the enchanting room, and we have a little lever here. What does this lever do? Well, it converts this enchanting room entirely into an elevator. Check that out. So now I can just walk in here, go up to floor 1, takes us all the way up, and the floor is definitely not done. This is also not permanent. This was just to test this out. I used some fences here that kind of get hidden inside the wall, so it looks like this top part and this bottom part are moving separately when you're like in here. You can see that they kind of move separately. And then once we're done with the elevator, once we're back down here and want to enchant stuff again, we can just do this, and then boom, converts back into a little enchanting room. So let me show you how this works. Now, obviously this was done with the create mod, but there is a decent amount of vanilla redstone down here as well, which I actually really enjoyed designing. I spent a long time trying to make this circuit a lot more compact, so it fits in a pretty neat little footprint right there. But yeah, let me just show you how it works once again with, you know, everything showing just like so. This one's a lot faster because I'm using creative motors. But yeah, if I flick that, the roof closes in, enchanting table pops up, elevator goes up. So we can pretty much split this contraption into 3 main parts. The first part, obviously, is probably, well, definitely the most complicated part of this, which is the enchantment table hiding thing. So normally in vanilla, yeah, you can't push them. You can't do that. But mechanical pistons, thankfully, can actually push them. So that's what we've got down here. We've just got a mechanical piston. I can chuck you there. Boom, boom. If I grab just a creative motor here, you can see that that pushes the enchanting table. And I can use that as like a double piston extender as well. So I don't have to worry about like actually making a double piston extender. There are no double piston extenders in this contraption, which is kind of nice. But yeah, so that's pretty much what pushes the enchanting table up and down. The rest is, let me just flick this back and let me disconnect this real quick as well. So just showing this in isolation, I'm going to get rid of these blocks over here just so you can actually see how it works. Pretty much when the enchantment table goes down, this piston pushes across 2 blocks. Normally it's right there, and then that pushes that across to kind of hide the floor away. And then when the enchantment table gets revealed, we have this sticky piston here, which pushes a block, retracts it back so it leaves a hole in the floor in the middle, and then the enchanting table pops up through it using the mechanical piston. So it's quite simple, and the redstone to do that is also fairly simple. I spent a long time like trying to compact this and stuff. I had a lot of fun. There's a couple other extra bits for the extra components. So the first component I want to talk about is the elevator itself. So basically what happens when you hide away the enchanting table, so when it's extended, you can see this line is off, and if I place this here, as soon as I hide the enchanting table away, this line turns on and then activates that little redstone contact that pulls the elevator down, just like so. And we also have up here this redstone link, which is linked, go figure, to this redstone link that's right in front of here, right in front of this torch. So as soon as this torch turns on, it activates this one, which tells the elevator to go up. So pretty much as soon as like this piston pushes across, the elevator is called back up, as you can see. So that's the elevator part. And then the last part is the roof that kind of closes in and closes out, as you can see. Roof opens up to reveal the elevator shaft. Roof closes in to have like a little roof, the enchanting thing. You don't really need this necessarily, but I just think it adds a lot more polish to it and makes it look a lot cooler. So this is done pretty simply just with some mechanical bearings and some sequence gear shifts. So it like turns 90 degrees, waits for another redstone pulse, turns back, waits for another, and then just repeats over and over again. And in the actual world, I had this hooked up to the same rotation thing instead of two separate motors. I actually had the one sequence gear shift hooked up to both of these and just made sure that this is rotating in the opposite direction of this, and it works pretty well. So yeah, and then this is just, in this world, it's hooked up to this redstone link to cool the elevator, but I think in the actual world, I hooked it up to right over here, this line, because in the actual world, what I had to do is I had to flip it around because the nether portal was right here, so this piston was in the way, so I had to have this side, which is a little bit more compact. So yeah, I had to flip the whole thing around, and it was a little bit different, but yeah, so I'm not going to be doing like a tutorial on this or whatever, but I think I showed how it works. I think you can build it from this video pretty easily. But yeah, so this line just needs to be hooked up to an observer coming or reading from a line that turns on when the elevator's down, turns off when the elevator's up, and or vice versa, whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire thing. It's fairly simple, actually, when you look at it like that. And because it uses the create mod, the redstone's not like super, super complicated. But I think it's pretty cool, and I'm really, really proud of how it turned out. And just, I guess, the creativity behind it. I don't know, I think it's cool. And I wanted to share it. So yeah, hope you think it's cool, and maybe you want to build this yourself. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching.